Hey guys, it's Gabriel here again, and in this video, I want to share with you how you can 10x your sales conversion with this simple mindset shift. And we were able to use this simple concept to help multiple students and clients 3x, 5x, and even 10x their yearly revenue in just 1 year. So before I dive right into it, I appreciate the early thumbs up for this video. And if you're new to this channel, welcome. Every week, I post videos on how I build multiple 7 to 8 figure businesses, what I'm currently investing in for passive income, and productivity hacks to do more with less because I'm just simply lazy. And if you're into any of that stuff, do consider subscribing to this channel. So what is this simple concept? The concept is just simply being customer-centric versus product-centric. So what's customer-centric? Customer-centric is just selling what your customer want versus product-centric, selling what you want to sell. And why I want to say this is because there's so many times when I speak to my clients, when I speak to my students, they're always constantly asking me, Gabriel, how do I sell more properties? How do I sell more financial products? How do I sell more policies? How do I sell more of my personal training, my time, my consulting? And that's simply selling what you want to sell. And a lot of times your customer do not want to buy what you want to sell. What they simply want to buy is results. So you are asking the wrong question when you're asking, how can I get more customers to buy my stuff? And you are now stuck with selling what you want to sell, which is also likely a red ocean because many of your competitors are also selling the same thing, right? If you're selling real estate, you have other competitors all selling the same thing. A very common scenario is that I have students coming to me and say, they have a new development and this new development is doing very well. But the problem is that the same development, a lot of people are selling, a lot of agents are selling. Same thing for MLM products. Same thing if you are a digital marketing agency, right? You have other agencies selling the same thing, selling Facebook ads. If you're a Facebook ads agency, you have other competitors selling Facebook ads as well. So the problem is with selling products or being product-centric is that you are also likely in a red ocean. This also means that your customer have the power to choose between you or your competitors. And you now have to compete on price. Your customers will get to choose, hey, this agency is doing Facebook ads, that agency is doing Facebook ads, so I'm just gonna go for the one that is cheaper, right? Or if you're selling real estate, then this agent is selling the real estate, that agent is selling real estate, so whichever agent that can give me a commission kickback maybe. So again, it is the same for any industry that you're in. So once again, if you are product centric, then you are likely in a red ocean and your customers has the power to choose you between other competitors and you don't have the power to choose your customers. And this is not your fault or not the fault of most businesses because most business or most salespeople, they attend a sales training or they learn about the product that they're selling. And most sales training are not focused on customers, they're focused on the product, okay? And I'm going to give you a real example here, okay? So initially when we started an agency, we were a sort of a Facebook ad agency, right? We told people that we are a Facebook ad agency and what we're selling is Facebook ads. And that's basically being product-centric, right? I know it's a service, it's the same thing, product-centric or service-centric. And number one, it was a red ocean. Many agencies was already doing Facebook ads. So we ended up competing on price and had very little negotiating power. And our clients choose who they want to work with rather than the other way around where we can choose the customers that we want to work with. And naturally, our sales conversion was very low because, we were not unique in any way. The second problem we will face is that many businesses think that they need Facebook ads. They think that a problem is lack of customers, but that may not even be their real problem. Their real problem could be an offer problem, right? They don't have an irresistible offer. They could have a market problem. They may not even be in the right market. Or they have sales conversion problem. They have problem converting sales even though they have a lot of leads. And surprise, surprise, most of these businesses that have a conversion problem, they are usually product focused rather than customer focused. So we decided to switch things up and we became a customer-centric company rather than product-centric. And being customer-centric means that we are selling what they want. And what do our customer want? They want results, a certain desired outcome or solving a specific problem in their life or their business. So what do our clients want? See, what they really want is not Facebook ads. What they really want is not property. What they really want is not another financial insurance policy. What they really want is not another personal training or fitness instructor. So for us, we realized that our clients do not want Facebook ads. They don't even want more leads. Because what is the point of having more leads but they can't convert into sales? So what they really wanted was more sales and the certainty to convert leads into sales. So by thinking that way, we went from being a Facebook ad business or Facebook ad company into being a business of helping our clients generate high quality leads so they can double or triple their conversion. So our focus right now is not just on Facebook ads. We are not limited by Facebook ads. We are focusing on how can we get higher quality leads for our customer so they can double and triple their conversion. So if we are selling just Facebook ads, we were stuck because Facebook ads could generate a lot of leads, but many of them are spam. And Facebook ad itself may not be the solution to getting higher conversion. And we realized that most of the problem is not in their ads, but rather in the way they structure their offers, their funnels, and even follow-up email sequence for some of our clients. And by fixing our clients' funnel, their offer, and their email sequence, we were able to help our clients averagely increase sales by at least 2 to 3x within the 12-month period of working with us. We even have some clients that have 10x their sales just by fixing funnel, offer, and email sequence, not even the ads. And that was basically what grew us from a struggling $300,000 a year agency into a multi-million-dollar agency today. So I'm not trying to brag here, but I'm trying to show you the thought process that led us to build a multi-million-dollar agency. It's asking ourselves a better quality question. So the question we ask ourselves constantly today is not, how can we get more people to sign up for our Facebook ads agency? Our question right now is, how can we, with high certainty, help our clients generate higher quality leads and 3x their sales? Okay, so that question leads us to better answers and to constantly challenge us to innovate to do better. And we're not just limited by Facebook ads. So that's why today we do more than Facebook ads, right? So when we look at our clients, different clients are different. When we look at our clients, how can we help them to increase their conversion? For some clients, it's YouTube ads, right? So maybe Facebook ads is not suitable for them, so we switch them on YouTube ads, and instantly they get 50% cheaper leads and higher quality leads. Now, some clients is because of their email marketing. Now, some clients is because we have to tweak their sales process. They're generating a lot of leads, but their sales process sucks. So we had to go in and give them a sales script for them to follow in order to increase their sales conversion. So by doing that, we're able to constantly help our clients get the results they want. And this is the reason why word of mouth spread. And now we have a wait list of people who want to work with us. So the second thing I want to ask you is, what are you really selling? So to answer this, I'm going to share with you some examples of bigger companies. So a lot of people think about Apple. They think that Apple is a technological company. Apple is not selling technology. In fact, technology is the enemy of Apple because new technology is complicated to use, which is actually against what Apple is really selling. And what they are really selling is simplicity or ease of use and design. Now, this is why Apple hardly is the one who jump into new things, right? They don't release new features or new products as fast as their competitors. They take their time to come up with new products and products that works with their ecosystem, that syncs well seamlessly with their ecosystem rather than a cool new feature. And this allows Apple to do stuff that other companies cannot. So for example, their universal clipboard function. Now, being an avid Apple user, this is the reason why I stay with Apple. They think about small little things like that. So for example, when I use my iPad, my MacBook, and my iPhone, sometimes I want to copy something on my iPhone, right? Maybe a friend of mine sent me a text or something like that where I want to copy a link and I want to paste it on my iPad, or I want to paste it on my MacBook. With Apple products, you can do that. So I can simply copy something on my phone, maybe a photo or something, or text, and then I can just paste it on my iPad. You can do that with Apple products. And this helps to save a lot of time and increase productivity. And this is probably the reason why Apple products are way more expensive than their competitors, but they're still the most valuable company in the world because they're customer-centric. They're focusing on what their customer want instead of just trying to sell a product. And I want to keep this video short, so I'm going to give you some more examples without explaining into details like I did for Apple. Here's another example. Starbucks is not selling coffee because if they're selling coffee, it's a red ocean. It's red ocean. Everybody is selling coffee and they don't have necessarily the best coffee. What they're really selling is a cool space for people to meet and work. They are essentially sort of like the first co-working space, and buying a coffee is like paying a rent. Rolex is not really selling watches. They are selling status and significance. Amazon is not selling products. They are selling ease of payment and speed of delivery. So once again, all these big companies are selling what the customer really want instead of what they want to sell. So in the same way, I always tell my students and my clients to sell what their customer want, and what their customer want is results. So an example, my students in real estate, and they always say, I'm in the real estate business, I sell real estate. They are not selling real estate. Real estate is not the result that their customer wants. It is the medium. It could be the medium to get the result their customer want. So depending on who is their customer, to give you another example, to some of their customers who are focused on building wealth. So what they're really selling is wealth creation, but through real estate. Okay, so real estate is not what they're selling. They're selling they're selling wealth creation. They're selling people that you can build wealth through real estate. Now, for some of my real estate students, they have clients that are rich people. Rich people are not more into wealth creation. So what they're really selling is wealth preservation or maybe buying for significance. So you see, what they are really selling is what their customer really want. It's not property, right? They can get wealth preservation through property or significance through property, but property is not exactly what they are selling. So same thing once again for financial consultants. They're not selling another insurance policy or financial products. Again, depending on different types of customers, they are selling wealth protection, wealth accumulation, wealth preservation, or even wealth distribution, depending on what kind of level of customers they're serving. So when they ask themselves, how can I help my customer protect their wealth? They will naturally come up with better solutions than how can I sell more policies? Now, again, this is not limited to just financial consultants. Whatever business you're in, you have to ask yourself a better question by being customer-centric. Now, in this way, their sales conversion will usually increase because they are now focusing on what the customer wants, selling what the customer wants instead of being product-centric, which is selling what they want. So the last thing I want to leave with you is that the problem with being product-centric is that you cannot pivot when the market shifts. So here's another example. I have a client who runs a wellness center and they are selling treatments and massages. Now, because this treatment and massages has to be done in an offline center, right? In a retail shop. And the problem with that is that there's a lockdown going on in the world because of the pandemic and sales were affected. Now, by being product-centric, they would be trapped because they can ask all they want. How can we sell more treatments? How can we sell more massage? But people are simply not coming down, not because the offer is not attractive, but because of the market, right? Because of the pandemic, because of the government restriction. So no amount of marketing will solve this. Instead, what they did was they switched to being customer-centric and asked themselves a different question. So they focus on what the customer wants, the result that the customer wants, instead of what they are selling. And they realized that what the customer really wants is to reduce chronic inflammation, to reduce pain, and to reduce weight. So essentially achieve weight loss. So they started asking themselves, how can we help our customer reduce chronic inflammation, reduce pain, and even weight loss during the lockdown, even when they are at home? You see, because they were being customer-centric, they could ask questions like that. Before that, if they are being product-centric, they can only ask, how can I sell more treatment? How can I sell more massages? And they will be stuck that way because people have to go down or there has to be human interaction in order to do that. So because they were able to ask themselves a better question, they managed to secure rights to distribute a portable red light therapy device that helps their customer reduce chronic inflammation and reduce chronic pain at home. So it's a portable device that they can put on themselves. So let's say they have back pain, they can just put this device behind and then it will reduce inflammation and chronic pain. And they sold that to their customers. And this was pretty much how they managed to pivot from offline to an online sales while bring more sales offline. So what do I mean by that? So what we did was we helped them to create an offer that includes free bonus treatment and massages to their wellness center in order to increase the result, which is to lower inflammation and reduce pain when they purchase the portable device. Now, this way, the customers are buying the device, the portable device online, and sales is still coming in rather than waiting for people or rather than waiting for the lockdown to end. But now, because they buy the device online, there are bonuses added in there, and they now have a chance to go down to the wellness center, okay? And if they go down to the wellness center, they could buy other packages when they are there. So before that, they were just stuck in selling packages and treatments. And if they are just stuck in selling packages and treatments, people won't be buying them because of the huge resistance due to the pandemic lockdown. Because now they are buying a portable device, they can sell it online and people will still buy them. But the bonuses is the treatment and the massages, which will lead to more sales offline. I'll end with one last example. One of my property clients was able to transact multiple real estate deals during a 2-month full lockdown in Singapore. There was no home visiting allowed, no showroom visiting allowed, and to most property agents, this is like the death of the industry. Yet, he made $150,000 commission during this period when most real estate agents were in survival mode. Why? Instead of being product-centric, which is to sell the latest real estate development, which usually requires the customer to see and touch a property before buying, at least at the showroom. He switched from being product-centric to customer-centric and focused on the result they want. And in this case, the result that his customer want is wealth creation, not property. So you see, if you're selling property, then people are framed with a mindset that they have to see the property first before buying it. But because now he positioned himself as a wealth creation expert, Wealth creation is done a lot of times without even seeing it. People buy stocks, people buy stuff online without seeing things. People buy investment without actually having to see a physical stuff. So by repositioning himself and by running a simple marketing campaign that focuses on wealth creation instead of property, he was able to get prospects that were interested in wealth creation instead of just property on a simple Zoom call. And because wealth creation is more about numbers, data instead of the property, he was able to present properties as a way of wealth creation in a simple Zoom call and transact and get people to buy properties that are worth over $1 million just through a simple Zoom call. Once again, because they were buying as an investment for wealth creation rather than buying it for their own stake. So I know you might not be in real estate, but the reason why I'm sharing this is because real estate is one of the hardest things to sell in a lockdown. And if someone can sell real estate through a simple Zoom call by repositioning themselves and being customer-centric, I'm pretty sure you can increase the conversion of whatever you're selling by focusing on what your customer want instead of what you want to sell. So to summarize the key points of this video on how you can 10x your sales conversion. Number one, be customer-centric instead of product-centric. Sell them what they want, which is usually the results, and not what you want to sell. Number two, know what business you are really in, and most of the time it's not what you think it is. Number three, you cannot pivot if you are limited by selling products instead of results. So let me know what you have learned in today's video in the comment section, if you agree, if you disagree, and if you have any questions. And if you enjoyed today's content, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. That's all I have for you today. Bye for now.